Picture two people leaving work at 6 p.m. on a Friday. The first one gets into a lease payment on wheels, a black, freshly detailed car, the kind that turns heads in the parking garage. She's a director at a mid-sized firm. Her base salary is $145,000. She's been making it for 6 years. The second one gets on the subway. Same age, same job title, different company. His salary is $98,000. Nobody notices him. Nobody's supposed to. Now here's the twist. One of these two people has a negative net worth, which just means they own more than they own. The other already has $180,000 invested. Guess which is which, and you'll probably guess wrong. Almost everyone does. The director with the six-figure salary and the lease car has $1,400 in her checking account, plus a credit card balance she's been meaning to pay down for 2 years. The guy on the subway owns more of his future than she'll own of hers for a very long time. 6 figures was supposed to mean you'd made it. For a lot of people earning exactly that, it means something closer to the opposite. Here's the point of this video. A 6-figure salary doesn't fix a bad relationship with money. It just hands that bad relationship a bigger budget to work with. By the end, you'll know exactly why high earners go broke, the exact dollar amount where the trap gets set, the one idea that separates high earners who build wealth from those who don't, and 6 moves you can make this month, no matter what you currently earn. Quick note, this isn't personal financial advice. It's a pattern backed by real data, and patterns can be broken. Let's get into it. Let's start with how big this problem really is, because some high earners struggle doesn't even come close. In 2025, Goldman Sachs surveyed households pulling in $300,000 to $500,000 a year, and 41% of them said they're living paycheck to paycheck. That means almost half their money is gone the moment it lands, with nothing left over. At $500,000 and up, it's still 40%. Late in 2025, a Harris poll asked more than 700 Americans earning 6 figures how they felt about their money. 1 in 3 called themselves financially distressed. 2 out of 3 said a 6-figure income isn't even a sign of wealth anymore. In 2026, MarketWatch ran its own survey and found that 48% of people earning $100,000 or more say they're living paycheck to paycheck. Even past $200,000 a year, more than a third say the exact same thing. And here's the number that should really stop you. A 2026 report called the Cash Poor Report from a company called Solo Funds found that 1 in 5 people with less than $200 to their name earns over $75,000 a year. Read that again. Not under $75,000. Over. These are people close to 6 figures, sitting $200 away from broke. This isn't a story about people who can't land a good job. These are people who already have a good job. The salary isn't the problem. Something else is going on underneath it, and almost nobody says it out loud. So what is it? Why does the number on the paycheck keep climbing while the number in the savings account stays flat? Or worse, keeps sliding backward? That's exactly what we're digging into next. Economists actually have a name for this, and once you learn it, you can't unsee it in your own life. It's called lifestyle creep. You're spending quietly rising to match your income, like a shadow that follows you everywhere you go. Here's how it works. Your income goes up. For a few weeks, you feel richer. Then your brain quietly resets what normal means, and everything that used to feel like enough suddenly feels a little small. The studio apartment that felt fine last year now feels cramped. The 3-year-old car now feels embarrassing to park next to your coworkers. The vacation you used to save all year for now feels like something you deserve twice a year, minimum. Robert Johnson, a finance professor at Creighton University, said it plainly back in 2025. People get a raise and reward themselves with a bigger apartment or a nicer car, treating that raise as permission to upgrade their whole identity, not just their bank account. Here's the part underneath that. No purchase stands alone. Each one drags a chain of smaller purchases behind it. Move into the nicer apartment, and suddenly the furniture that was fine yesterday looks wrong today. Get the nicer car, and suddenly the cheap gas station down the street feels beneath you. One upgrade quietly hands you permission for 10 more. And here's the part that makes this hit high earners the hardest. They have the least resistance in their way. Someone making $45,000 a year hits a hard wall fast. The money simply runs out, and that wall stops them cold. Someone making $145,000 a year doesn't hit that wall for years. They can keep creeping their lifestyle upward for a decade before the credit card bill finally tells the truth their bank account has been hiding. The bigger income didn't protect her. It just gave the treadmill a longer track to run on, long enough that nobody noticed, including her, that she hadn't actually gone anywhere. Feelings don't pay the math. Let's put a real number on exactly what that track is costing her. Let's build the math using one common decision: the car. The average new car payment in America sits close to $750 a month once you count a modern loan. A lot of six-figure earners don't think twice about that payment. On paper, it looks affordable, so it gets approved without a second thought. Now, picture the other path. Instead of financing a $750 a month car, you drive something already paid off, and you take that same $750 a month and put into a low-cost index fund. A simple investment that tracks the whole market, like owning a tiny slice of thousands of companies at once, earning a long-run average of about 10% a year. After 5 years, that's roughly $58,000. After 10 years, roughly $154,000. After 20 years, around $567,000. After 30 years, north of $1.6 million. Same $750. Same 30 years. One path ends with a car worth nothing, sitting in a driveway. The other ends with a number most people never see in their entire working life. Now, stack a second decision on top of that one, the apartment upgrade. Say lifestyle creep pushes your rent up by just $600 a month more than you actually need. Run the same 10% math over the same 30 years, and that's another $1.3 million left on the table. Add it up, and you're looking at roughly $3 million in wealth given away from two decisions that felt completely normal, completely reasonable, decisions nobody around her would ever question. Not a scandal, not a crisis, just two choices that felt fine in the moment, quietly working against her for 3 decades straight. And here's the part that should really unsettle you. None of this took a financial disaster. No gambling, no divorce, no medical bankruptcy. Just an income that quietly grew faster than her ability to control it, one small upgrade at a time. So if the math is this obvious, why does almost nobody catch it in time? Because they're using the wrong mental picture of what their money even is. Let's fix that right now. Here's the one idea that fixes everything else in this video. There are only 2 ways to treat your income. You're either running like a billboard or you're running like a vault. Broke high earners treat their income like a billboard. Their real goal, even if they never say it out loud, is to show every dollar they make to the outside world. The car, the zip code, the vacations. The money exists to be seen. A billboard is loud. It costs a fortune to keep lit up, and the second you stop paying the electric bill, it goes completely dark. Wealth builders treat their income like a vault instead. Their real goal is to lock the money away where nobody can see it. A vault is quiet. It's heavy. It doesn't care if anyone knows it's there, because its whole job is to protect what's inside and let it grow. Think back to the director from the start of this video. Huge income and a billboard she's been lighting up for 6 years. The lease, the apartment, the balance she's meaning to pay down. All that money passing through her hands and nothing left standing at the end of the year. Now think about the guy on the subway. Smaller income, but a sealed vault. Every single month, a fixed slice of his paycheck goes in before he ever sees it, like setting food aside before a long winter, and it just stays there, growing. This is the whole game in one sentence. Stop competing on the size of the billboard, the part everyone else can see, and start competing on the size of the vault, the part nobody can. Once you actually believe that sentence, this entire video means something different. The goal was never to earn 6 figures. The goal was to keep some of it. That sounds great as an idea. But does the vault approach actually hold up once you check it against the real numbers? Let's find out. Here's what the vault group actually looks like once you check the real numbers. Research from Experian Automotive found that 61% of households earning more than $250,000 a year don't drive a luxury brand at all. They're driving the same Hondas, Toyotas, and Fords as everyone else on the street. They could easily afford the fancy badge on the hood. Most of them just decide it isn't worth what it costs. A long-running study of American millionaires found something similar. The typical self-made millionaire ties up only about 1% of their net worth in vehicles, compared to nearly a third for the average car buyer. Fewer than a quarter of them were even driving a car from the current year. The Federal Reserve's survey of household economics found something even sharper than that. Your savings rate, meaning the slice of your paycheck you actually keep instead of spend, predicts your future net worth better than your income does. A high earner who saves almost nothing ends up poorer at retirement than a modest earner who quietly invested a fifth of every paycheck for decades. And there's a strange twist in the data that backs all of this up. A 2026 Goldman Sachs breakdown found that households earning $200,000 to $300,000 a year report less financial stress than households earning far more. Not because they make less money, because they haven't been pulled into the billboard spending that tends to creep in once you cross that range. The pattern across every single one of these studies is the same. The people who actually have money are the ones who refuse to look like they have money. They never built the billboard. They quietly funded the vault instead. Let's make this real with 2 people standing on the exact same starting line, because the gap this one decision creates isn't small. It's the difference between one entire life and a completely different one. Meet Priya and Marcus. Same graduating class, same year, same starting salary of $95,000. Both of them get identical raises for the first 5 years, landing them both at $130,000 by year 6. Priya builds the billboard. She gets a new apartment the moment she hits 6 figures. She leases a car for $700 a month once her first big bonus lands. Her credit card balance creeps from $0 to $8,000 over 3 years. Because there's always something, a wedding, a trip, one just this once after another. By year 10, Priya is earning $155,000 a year. Her net worth sits at negative $6,000. Marcus funds the vault instead. Every time he gets a raise, he automatically sends half of the increase straight into an index fund before it ever touches his checking account. He keeps his old apartment 2 years longer than he technically needs to. He drives the same paid-off Corolla all the way through year 8. By year 10, Marcus is earning the exact same $155,000 as Priya. His net worth sits at $312,000. Same starting salary, same raises, same 10 years. The only thing that moved was what each of them did with the gap between what they earned and what they spent. Then the layoffs hit, because at some point they always do. Priya, the one who looked like she'd made it, grabs the first job offer she gets on whatever terms come with it, because her car payment and her rent don't take a break just because her paycheck did. Marcus turns down 2 offers that weren't right for him and takes the third one on his own timeline because his vault can carry him through the gap. For 10 straight years, Priya looked like the success story. She had the apartment, the car, the trips everyone saw on Instagram. Marcus looked like he was falling behind the whole time. But that gap was invisible the entire way through, right up until the one moment it mattered most. And then it became the entire story. You already know which one of them you want to be. Here's exactly how you get there, starting today. Here's your 6-step vault playbook. Don't wait until next month. Start this week. Step 1. Freeze your lifestyle for 90 days after every raise. Don't upgrade anything. Not your housing, not your car, not your wardrobe, for a full 3 months after that raise lands. This breaks the automatic habit of thinking more income means more spending before that habit even has a chance to set in. If you still want the upgrade after 90 days with a clear head, that's a real decision, not just a reflex. Step 2. Quarantine half of every raise into the vault the same day it happens. Not when I get around to it. Log into your 401k or your brokerage account the week the raise lands and increase your automatic contribution by half of that raise. You'll never miss money you never even saw hit your checking account. Step 3. Run the cost per use math before any purchase over $200. Take the price and divide it by how many times you'll actually use the thing. A $4,000 upgrade you'll notice twice a year costs you $2,000 every single time you use it. Say that number out loud before you buy. Most Billboard purchases fall apart the moment you do. Step 4. Set your enough number in writing today before your next raise even arrives. Decide right now what a good enough car, a good enough apartment, and a good enough monthly budget actually look like for your life, not your coworker's life. Write it down. Every dollar you earn past that number has one job, and that's building your vault. Step 5. Run a Billboard audit on your statement. Pull up your credit card statement right now. Find one recurring charge that exists purely to be seen. The status gym membership, the premium subscription you forgot you're even paying for. Cancel one today. Send that money straight into your brokerage account instead. Step 6. Check your net worth, not your salary, every quarter. Set a recurring 15-minute reminder every 3 months to add up everything you own and subtract everything you owe. Your salary is just a headline number designed to make you feel a certain way. Your net worth is the one number that actually tells you the truth. None of these 6 moves requires you to earn a single extra dollar. Every one of them just requires you to seal the vault you already have. But I know exactly what some of you are thinking right now. This is easy to say if I'm already making 6 figures. What if I'm nowhere close to that? Let me stop you right there. The Billboard versus vault idea has nothing to do with the size of your paycheck. It has everything to do with the percentage of that paycheck you refuse to let the world see. Remember that $750 a month decision from earlier in this video? It works exactly the same whether it's your car payment or your rent going a little too high, whether you're earning $45,000 or $245,000. Whether you're making $40,000 or $400,000, the math doesn't change. Earning a lot of money doesn't make you wealthy. Keeping it does. Start with whatever slice you can automate this week, even just 5%, and the exact same growth applies to you too. It just takes a little longer to really take off, but it takes off anyway. If you want a simple way to actually see where your own money is leaking and what enough looks like for your specific life, I put together a free breakdown for that. The link is in the description if you want to start there this week. Now go back to that street from the very beginning of this video. The leased car sitting under the street light. The subway car pulling away. If you had to place that same bet again right now, on which one of those 2 people is actually free, you'd bet differently than you did 30 minutes ago. 6 figures was never the finish line. It was just a bigger billboard waiting to get filled up. The people who are actually winning this game figured out a long time ago that the goal was never to look rich. The goal was to seal the vault and let it quietly fill up in silence. If this changed how you think about your own paycheck, subscribe for next week's video where I break down the exact net worth number where growing your money stops feeling slow and starts feeling like it can't be stopped. And drop a comment letting me know, are you building a billboard or are you building a vault? I read every single one.